Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. My name is Maneet Paul Singh and I post videos every single week about ways to make your life more productive. In today's video, we'll be talking about something that's really important, and that's the idea of reducing the amount of screen time that we have in our daily lives. Now, one of the number one reasons why we can't be as productive as we should be during the day is because we are constantly distracted by the infinite amount of content available to us through our social media and our digital devices. But not only is it stopping us from being more productive, if we don't control our screen time, it could also impact things like our mental health, our ability to sleep properly, and also the quality of work that we're producing. In this video, I'll be sharing 3 very specific ways you can control your screen time and hopefully allow you to have a more focused and productive day while also not feeling bad during the times where you are checking your social media. So with that being said, let's jump right into it. So this first method of reducing your screen time may sound a little controversial at first, but it's the idea of giving yourself permission to prioritize your own time and schedule above the needs of others. And what I mean by this specifically is telling yourself it's okay to respond to messages or emails a little late, and even letting some calls go to voicemail instead of picking them up right away. And I know this sounds really harsh at first. Why would you intentionally put a call through voicemail when you could pick it up in the moment? What if it's an emergency or something like that? Or why would you not respond to a message when you have a few seconds to respond to something? And yes, those things are true, but I want to challenge you right now to think back. When was the last time you actually got a phone call that was an emergency that could not wait a few hours for you to respond? Or how about a message that you've gotten that you checked and responded to right away, but because you did that, you ended up checking Instagram or responding to a bunch of other messages that took way longer? Look, I know it's really blunt for me to be saying this right now, but modern day culture and technology as a whole has really conditioned us to respond to the needs of other people before considering our own. When someone calls or messages you, it's convenient for them, but that doesn't mean it's convenient for you. When somebody calls you or messages you, they're usually trying to get you involved to help them with something. But why do we always feel bad for not being able to help them in the moment? There's always this default feeling I have to respond right now because someone is asking for my help. But we may not be free in the moment. Why is it a bad thing for us to wait a few hours or even a few days until we know we have some time to properly sit down and focus on what they're asking for? If what I'm saying right now is resonating with you, I want to challenge you to try a few different tactics that might actually help change your perspective when it comes to phone calls or messages. What I actually recommend doing is keeping your phone on silent and turning the vibrate feature off. And once you do that, when you're working, keep your phone face down on your desk. So a lot of people recommend taking your phone and putting it into a different room or into a drawer so you don't even see it or have it next to you. But this never worked for me personally. I like the feeling of having my phone next to me so I could feel like I can check it if I really want to. But at the same time, when I'm working, I put my phone face down on silent so I don't get distracted and I stay in the zone. Doing this actually also allows me to have the freedom to check my phone whenever I want as a quick little break. But what actually happens is I'm in control of when those moments are. I'm no longer taking breaks because I get a message. I'm taking breaks because they're convenient times for me to take a break. And if this method is too extreme for you, there's actually a different feature you can use called Do Not Disturb, and you can allow calls from certain people to come through, like your favorites. So this is also a great method if you don't want to put your phone completely on silent. But again, I want to challenge you on this thinking that there's going to be an emergency one day that you have to pick up your phone right away. I've had my phone on silent now for a few months and putting it face down while I work. I've definitely missed several phone calls and messages, but never once has it been an extreme case where I need to pick up my phone right there and then. I could always respond back a few hours later. All right, moving on to the second method of reducing your screen time. This is the idea of being super selective of which push notifications you allow on your devices. This tactic is fully embodying the idea of if you don't see something in front of you, you won't feel the temptation to act upon it. And when it comes to push notifications on our computer and our phone, this is exactly what we have to control. If you don't know what push notifications are, these are notifications you get on your phone that immediately alert you of something as they are happening. So think of things like new messages are coming in, a new email, or a new DM on Instagram. These are all the alerts that you get in real time. Even if you follow my last tip of putting your phone on silent and putting it face down, I still strongly want to recommend that you go through your settings and manage all your push notification alerts. How many times have you picked up your phone to go do something, and as you're doing it, you get an alert that comes in randomly and you start doing something else, and then you completely forget about the original thing that you were trying to do? I've had this happen to me so many times, so I've completely disabled the majority of push notifications on my phone. The only alerts I have turned on my phone right now are basically for phone calls and messages, and it's been a really life-changing experience not getting an alert every single time an Instagram DM comes in or an email comes in. I strongly recommend it, and also if you have an Apple Watch, I strongly suggest turning off all the alerts for that too. Taking it one step further, on my computer I also have turned off the majority of my alerts. Even for my email, I close out the email completely, so I don't even see that little number 1 come up if a new email comes in, because I'm always checking to see if I'm getting a new message. Just not seeing it in the first place has made a big difference. Okay, so my last tip for reducing your screen time is the idea of scheduling times during the day where you allow yourself to check social media in your phone. I'm going to explain this method with a personal story. For as long as I can remember, I've always been that person who woke up in the morning and just checked my phone right away. I would open my eyes, turn the alarm off, and then check Instagram or my email, whatever it might be. This would also be at night before going to sleep. I would just sit in bed and scroll through all my social media feeds until there was nothing left for me to see. If you didn't already know, doing this in the morning and night is very, very unhealthy for you. Checking your phone at night before going to sleep could really impact your sleep. When you check something in the morning, it could really impact your mood depending on what you're reading online. And then lastly, just having this addiction in general of checking your phone right when you wake up in the morning, right before you go to sleep, that could really impact your mental health. Just a month or two ago, I made the decision to stop doing this. And now in the morning when I get up, I don't look at my phone until after I've fully gotten ready. And also at night, the half hour leading up to me going to sleep, I don't check my phone then either. I put my phone on the charger with the alarm turned on, and I spend the last half hour of my day not looking at a screen. Having a schedule like this is super important. It kind of tricks your mind into allowing yourself to look forward to those moments where you can check your phone and go on social media, and also gives you the control of not checking those things during the day when you're not supposed to be. You can even set schedules during the day itself. Maybe you don't check your phone until lunchtime, or then during a coffee break later in the afternoon. Whatever it might be, there's so many different ways you can do this for your own personal workflow, and I guarantee you'll see an improvement in your productivity. So those are my 3 methods and tactics for reducing your screen time. If you have any other tactics I did not mention in this video, I have a request that you please comment down below and share that knowledge with me. I would love to hear any other advice that you may have. Also, one last thing, if you like this video, I want to strongly recommend my email newsletter called The Weekly Download. Every Sunday I share lessons with things I've learned and different tactics like the ones in this video, things I really can't talk about in a YouTube video format. It's been a really great way for me to share valuable content with all of you. Be sure to subscribe to that, link down below. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much. It really means a lot to me and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys next week. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.